Okay. Oops. Good morning, everyone. It's bright and early again because, it just seems to be my time of day to be able to get a video done. Sorry, I'm just straining my cup of tea there. There we go. Today I'm going to do something different. I don't know if any of you have heard about this. This is the Sketchbook. So hopefully that will zoom. The Sketchbook project at the Brooklyn Art Library. I've been looking at it for years and I haven't bought one, and I finally did. So that you can look it up, I'll put the link below, but you can look up the Sketchbook project and online, and they've got a website and it's really awesome. So it's a library at the Brooklyn Art Library full of these sketchbooks that anyone can do, and they complete it and then they send it in and they get catalogued, and each year they have a volume. So this one is, I think I've got it written down somewhere, so volume 15 is mine. And so if I get it back to them by, I think it's February 20 or something like that. It's on something. Oh yeah, 1st of February. It's due back. And they can take any form. So they can, as long as they stay in this dimension, you can take them apart and rebind them or anything. They get scanned, they get catalogued. I paid extra, and I paid to have mine digitised, which means that you can see them. So if you go onto their website, you can see other people's sketchbooks, and they're just phenomenal. Some of them are, anyone can do one. When people visit the library, they take one off the shelf and they scan the barcode so that that you can get tracked on if anyone looks at your sketchbook. Each volume, so this one, which is volume 15, if I get it in by the 1st of February, it will go into a travelling library for a period of time with all the other ones that were created in volume 15, and it will go around. I think it comes with this instructions, and I think it says in here somewhere about it. No, I'm not sure. Anyway, so it goes around. So you get it in this. I think this one, including the digitised part of it, cost me about, I don't even want to guess. I think it was about 60 Australian dollars, but I'm not 100% sure about that. You'll have to look it up, and it depends on postage and all that sort of stuff. But anyway, so you log on, pay, send it back, and you get this little book. So this is your sketchbook here. It says basically that you keep your barcode on the back, because that needs to be visible. It must say 5x7, but you can open it up and rebind it with other paper, and can't be bigger than an inch. Well, it's not an inch ruler, but an inch thick. So I guess, so 2.5 centimetres approximately. So that's an inch. I've got another ruler here. There you go. No more than an inch wide. So you can get it quite chunky if you wanted to. But it must stay 5x7. You can open up and pop out. Don't use glitter. And try to avoid using paint, as it might stick together. So I guess it just depends. And there's lots of different, like you log on, there's so many different things, it's quite phenomenal. And then they send you a theme, or a list of themes. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. This whole list of themes. But the theme doesn't have to be be all and end all. So you can take one and then you can, it's just a starting point. They actually say, even though there's a theme, so there's all of these: daydreams, scenes from a story, a lasting impression, an untitled sketchbook, straighter than narrow, pencil me in, legacy, time trapped anthem, time trapped maybe, anthem, forget what was said, expires in an hour, I used to drip and drop, tactile qualities, which is I think where I'm going, mixed use, a visual short story of the day we left. So I think I'm going for this tactile mixed use, but it actually does say you're free to design your book however you choose, write, paint, draw, photograph and more. Select a 2019 theme for your book and use it as a starting point. We want you to feel inspired but not inhibited. And then you can check out others at the library. I'll put that link. So what I thought I would do is maybe create some pages with everyone. I think that's my plan. And do it. So I don't know whether I necessarily do it every video, but I have many videos to. I have many pages to do. So I'm actually going to take it apart because I'm going to. I want to have a bit of freedom with the paper, and I'll probably rebind it. Oh. Yep, I haven't fed the cats yet. Mainly because it's freezing cold here in Canberra, or Queanbeyan where I am, but Canberra. We've had a bit of a cold snap, and I'm just checking the weather. Oh, it's not too bad, it's 5 this morning. So it was going to be minuses, like it's still autumn. Anyway, and the dog, she just looks at me. If it's too cold, she's just like, I'm not going out there. So I've left her in bed for a little while longer. But that's where the cat food is. So I'll leave her in bed for a little bit, and then after I finish this, which will be, it's only 6:20. After I finish this, I will go and let her out. Okay, so this, also in here you've got a spot for artist info, putting your website and your social media. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the cover back because I don't want to. I've got to be careful of the barcode. I'll put that back. And I may just end up using the same pages and then create a book which is a bit wider and sew them in the signatures. So like actually make might make 2 signatures maybe out of this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are 4 each. I think, and then I'll add some more other paper, junky paper, and then I can do, I think, as I'm talking. So then do I decorate them before I turn them into signatures and sew them into a book, or do I decorate everything first and then fold them and sew them into a book? That is the question. I'm not sure. Okay, maybe I'll just do one at a time. I think I might need a fascia envelope actually. I got some stickers and bits and pieces, so I might use this to store, so then I'm not always trying to squeeze it into that envelope. There we go. Okay. So, I guess probably collage on this side. There we go. Let us do this. Alright, I'm going to start off with... So I think I'm going for that texture one. I think, well, it most fits in with what we do really, doesn't it, in terms of junk journaling and stuff. Nothing very straight. Maybe I'll use this instead. That's why I got this ruler, so I could still have a rough thing. There we go. So my son has, my 21-year-old, I think he's a bit over the whole adulting thing. It's a whole big, so he applied, I think I was talking about it, he applied for a new job. He hasn't heard back, it's only been a day or two. But on top of that, he had to, because of that job, he had to apply for or complete a responsible service of alcohol course for New South Wales, because he has a ACT one, because we live on the border. So he did that. He failed the first practical part of it. Well, they don't say failed, they just said he didn't pass. And so then he was feeling a bit miserable about all of that. So anyway, we did it again Sunday, and he completed it. And on Monday morning, first thing, he got a response saying he passed, so he's quite pleased with that. So he did that. He also, when he turned 21, we handed the phone over to him, so that's the deal. We've got lots of boys, so a matter of, we make it as consistent as possible. So at 21 they get their phone. So he had to pay his first bill, and he couldn't, because the phone company was just, he couldn't get his online account to work, and then he goes, all I want to do is pay my bill. Anyway, he finally did it, and then he went nah, and decided to switch over providers, so that instead of post-pay, which is what we had, he's now got a prepaid thing that he paid for over a year, different phone company. But then he had to do that, so he had to order it and do it all and get his name sorted out on it, change over the number. Sorry about that. And getting it all. So now he's like, I'm over it. All this stuff of being an adult. It's just too much. So, yeah, he's working today. He's only got one shift at his current job, which is one of the reasons why he's trying to look for something else. He doesn't necessarily want to leave the other place, just wants to have enough income to live. Luckily he saves really well. Okay, I'm trying to work out what to put on the base of this. I don't know whether just to fully cover it with music. Maybe not. Let's do a bit in my glue book. There we go. Where's my... Oops. So yes, so the world of adulthood is learning to drive as well. So where we are, you have to do 120 supervised hours. So that is challenging, especially because I work from home, so I don't go many places, and his work is only like 15 minutes away. So it's like, oh, But anyway, some paper, text. So yeah, so we've been crap, so we've done a heap of driving over the weekend, which is good. But it's just, yeah, it's one thing after another of achieving adulthood. And protect thing. So yes, I guess basically with the theme of this thing, I just thought I'll just do what I do in terms of in my journals, just collage on each page. Really, it doesn't matter, there's no right or wrong. They don't get it and go, oh no, that's wrong. So it's cool. We thought about a couple of years ago when I first found it, I thought about getting one for each of the kids, but some of my kids aren't really into it, but one of mine might be. So you know, he draws, so and a couple of the others do like art as well, so a few, only my two older ones that wouldn't. You alright there, Neelix? What is it about cats that they just decide they're going to walk across? So I bought this on the weekend. I went to the one of the cheap stores. It's not, there's all different sorts, but this one was called Homebase. Oops. And they have these trims, which is cool. They're just all natural. You're right there, Neelix. And then, oops, sorry. The other thing was these tags. You see them? Yeah, so they were cool. Might use some of this trim on there. We'll see. Anyway, so yes, I think just he's hungry. You hungry, cat? He's lurking. Yep. Stop knocking things off. It's going to start knocking things off my... I was coffee dying yesterday too. Oops. Because I did get these little doilies. That's what I could do. I know. As I'm doing it, I've just thought of a thing. On each page, I could have a different colour theme. So maybe make it a bit monochrome. That would totally work. So like this one's obviously neutrals. And then I could do another one that's pink or another one that's... Oh, that would work. I think that would work. I don't know, might change my mind. But that would be quite cool. So then I could have... Yeah. What are you... Oh, he's chasing flies now. So I was quite impressed with my coffee paper. You see how the... And that's from the oven tray, which I did on purpose. I was quite impressed. Experimenting with different things. It came out really well. So that's cool. Okay. Now I've got, oh, that's very goopy. Goopy. So every now and again I find things on there. I've got this pile of bits that I've cut out. I've got a few little neutral type stickers. It's just a clock. I had to laugh. So I got some stickers. I think they were from AliExpress or something. I don't know. And I got this. Some of them came in with text, and they make no sense whatsoever. So I might use them like as the base, as on the bottom underneath things that will get collaged over, because the words make no sense. And let's just carry around things. Let's see if we go. Get my hot glue gun out there. That won't work. Yeah, so the reason why they have to fit into, when you go and have a look at the website, there's a pictures of it. Oh, it's just amazing. I've never been to the US, and you know, as much as I'd like to visit some parts of it, I would love to go see this library. But you can look at them online, which is cool for people that have got theirs digitised. But there's something cool about knowing that your work is there and being, you know, it's catalogued and people are looking at it and stuff. It's like, oh, that's so cool. I'm going this whole way around. If I put other stuff, it's all good. Yeah, nothing. How are we going? 22. I've got to put up there that's neutral, because now I've decided on a theme. Oops. Knocking all that over. That's some of my coffee today. Oh, I've got this, actually, I've got this little bit of... I'll put something under it though. I'll put some more music under it, because there's some little pieces. So I've put some little pieces of music under it. And just to, oops. So it's not white underneath. And so some of these tiny little bits. That'd be good. Okay. So that would be cool. Ah. There you go. So then you can't see through it. You can't see the white through it. And I could always, I could make it into like a colour book and put the word of what colour it is, maybe. I could. That might be cool. That's just tacky glue. Oh. I still haven't washed my brushes properly. spread out technically so I don't end up with big globules. So I guess you've got to be careful with things like Mod Podge, and because they can stick, particularly if they're sitting in a book squished together. Even like I've got the matte one, which is not as sticky, so I've got to be careful with the glue as well. But if a bit of fabric, it might help. I can see that. I don't know what's happened to my light. It's all looks great. Yeah, it seems to be a bit dark in the camera. I don't know. Okay. Do another little. It's not brown. Now I've said I'm going to do it. Better stick with the. Oh, that hurt, actually. I might have her. My legs is stiffing around still on my table. Okay, oops. There we go. Yeah, I like her on there. Look at that, 27 minutes. So, there we go. Now I can let her dry. Could always work on the other side. But otherwise, that's it. So, however many pages is in this thing. I don't think I've got that many colours, but it doesn't mean that I can't do multiples or darker purples and lighter purples or pinks and things like that. Or do multiple brown or tan ones. But I think that's it. I think I'm going to do just each page a different collage. So I highly recommend it. I'll put links below for the sketchbook project, because I think it really lends itself to what we do in terms of collaging and messy and junk journaling and things like that. And also it's just really awesome to look at some of the other ones. So yeah, I would definitely recommend going over and having a look. But otherwise, that's it. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you'll join me next time.